5:30 and 6 a.m. Hell yeah! Find your why. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really fun video for you, hopefully that motivates you and inspires you. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I've seen so many little articles all over the internet or videos on YouTube. They'll say things like, to wake up early you have to be able to have coffee and do a workout in the morning and everything like that, but I just wanted to bring you a really realistic way of how to start waking up maybe before 6 a.m. or around 6 a.m. because it's not something I have always done. I used to be the girl who slept until like 9, sometimes 10 o'clock. I wasn't working for myself, so I didn't really have any discipline within my morning routine. So that's essentially the point of this video. I know a lot of people are working from home at the moment. I really hope you enjoyed these tips. I've tried to keep them as basic and as simple and easy to follow as I possibly can. So if you are new to my channel, you may not know of the 5:30 a.m. club. It is something I usually go to pre-isolation. So there was this club in Cronulla and we would all meet there at 5:30 in the morning every single day of the week. And honestly, it changed my life. I love it so much. I think it's just the best club ever. I started getting up at around 4:40 or 4:45 and I made a full morning routine on this a few weeks ago, and now we're in isolation and obviously can't do that morning routine anymore. So my morning routine has had to change a lot. At the moment, I have been waking up at about between 5:30 and 6 a.m. Before we get into this video, if you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss when I upload. So essentially what I want you to take from this video is to start implementing these tips for maybe 5 days. Just give it 5 days, see how you go, and then after that, hopefully a routine will form from that. So my first tip is to find your why, because if you're not waking up with a reason or an intention to wake up, then it's not going to last. So my why is because it improves my quality of life. I use the morning to be productive, to talk to my friends, and start the day on a good note. That is my why. It could be absolutely anything, but it's got to be actually something that you're excited to achieve and something that you genuinely want in your life. My second tip is to start your morning the night before. So I like to just take some time to sit down at my desk. It might be like 5 or 10 minutes. I sit down at my desk with my pen and paper and I write down firstly my intentions for the morning. So it might be like 1, 2 or 3 things that I want to achieve in the morning. For me this morning, my intention was to FaceTime with Soph, to meditate, and to also get back to my DMs on Instagram, because that is something that I've really needed to do and I've kind of put off. But don't try and pack in too many things into the morning because you don't want to wake up being like, oh my gosh, I've already got so much to do. So after I've written my intentions for the morning, I'll write down the rest of my to-do list for the day. What I really want to start getting into is writing exactly like times I need to be doing things. But for now, I'm just writing like a list of things I need to do. And mainly a lot of those things are work-wise, or I am studying at the moment, so I'll be like, watch my lecture, get started on that assignment. I find that having a plan for the day just changes absolutely everything. It means you stay on top of everything, you don't slack off, and you know you have to get it all done. And then once you get to the end of the day and everything's ticked off, you're like, that was a good day. My next tip, please don't hate me, is to go to sleep early. When I was maybe in like college and everything like that, I would go to bed at midnight or probably past midnight, which wasn't a good cycle for me to get into because then I found that I was oversleeping, and anything over 9 hours of sleep is actually just as bad as getting not enough sleep. If you're waking up at 6 a.m, the latest you want to go to sleep is 10 p.m. But if you're waking up at 5:30, the latest you want to be going to bed is 9:30 p.m. What I like to do just before I hop into bed, I don't really meditate for very long. I would say like 5 to 10 minutes is probably my max, but I find it's just the best way to like relax your body, focus on your breathing, and just take some time off a screen. I'll hop into bed like around 9:15 and then be asleep by 9:30 just to ensure that I do get enough sleep. So tip number 4 is to find a friend to hold you accountable. This could be a partner, this could be your neighbor, this could be your best friend, this could be absolutely anyone. Arrange a time where you either FaceTime or you wake up together. I've just been FaceTiming my friends every morning around like 6 a.m. because I like to spend the first half hour just like doing some meditation, doing some stretches. What I've found helps so much, especially during self-isolation, is to text my friend the night before and just be like 6 a.m. FaceTime, and then they'll more often than not be like, hell yes. This morning I got up at 5:30 and I did some meditation. I opened the blinds, I just like let a bit of light in and just focused on some breathing and some stretches, and then I FaceTimed Soph and we had a chat for like hours and hours. It was great. Good morning. Oh my gosh, it's so bright where you are.
Look, my flashing back.
Good morning. Tip number 5 kind of relates back to the first tip with finding your why, but you have to wake up and actually do something that excites you. If your intentions of the morning are doing boring, mundane things that you're not excited to do, then you're less likely to get up. If your intentions are something that you genuinely look forward to, then 100% you've got to do that. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about a method, actually 2 methods that really work for me with actually getting myself out of the bed, because I think that is the hardest part. Once you are out of the bed, you're up. But I think actually like taking the doodles off and rolling out of bed, that is really, really hard. So the first method I want you to try is don't think about it and just do it. So literally don't think, just do. I say that in my head and I literally just get up. I'm not thinking about it, I'm just doing it. I'm not thinking about it, I'm just doing it. And then next thing you know, I'm out in the lounge room and I'm like, oh, that was easy. If that method doesn't work for you, then the 5-second rule method might work for you. So you literally lay in bed and you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get out of bed. Just try it, see how you go. I think this method is great. Either one of those is literally just like, okay, I have to get up. My next tip is to make it a routine. You can't just do it once a week, because then your body's gonna be really out of whack and it won't know when to go to sleep and it won't know when to wake up. If you're gonna do it 5 mornings a week, that is really good, and then have the weekends off. So what I want you to do, if you do try this, make it a routine for 5 days straight. Don't just try it once. Don't just watch this video and try it the next day. I want you to try it for 5 days afterwards, because if you don't make it a routine, then it's not gonna stick, it's not gonna work, and it's not gonna be sustainable. And reassess, see what times work best for you personally, because what works for me might not exactly work for you in your lifestyle and your circumstances. And my very last tip is to be realistic. Like, if you're someone who wakes up at 9 a.m. every morning, it is not realistic to wake up at 5:30 a.m. every morning and just have such a drastic change in your lifestyle. Start by making it a little bit more realistic to you. So that could be waking up at 7 a.m. Just slowly, progressively moving the time a little bit earlier. Instead, maybe wake up an hour earlier or half an hour earlier than you usually do. And again, making that a routine. And then maybe you can reassess and be like, okay, I can probably go half an hour earlier now. Alrighty guys, so they are the tips I have for restarting your morning routine in self-isolation, and also finding a way to be more productive in the mornings, especially during this time where it's so easy to just like sleep all day. Trust me, I could easily do that. See how you go, try and implement these tips into your life, and I want you guys to let me know how you go in the comments below, or you can DM me on Instagram and we can talk about it, or if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please go down and give me a thumbs up down below, because that just makes my day. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss when I upload. But my name is Jess. I make new videos every 3 days, so I will see you in 3 days.